Hey everybody, welcome back to the Harmonious Path with Jen. With the holidays approaching, I thought it would be a great time to talk about productive arguments. Yes, there is a way that you can have an argument and reach a satisfying resolution. While holiday gatherings this year probably won't be as large or crazy as they have in past years due to the restrictions with the pandemic, we will still possibly be encountering family members or friends that we don't see very often and that we don't necessarily disagree with. And, let's remember Zoom is still a thing and we might be having larger virtual holiday gatherings. So while sometimes it is best to just walk away, there are some discussions with people that you just know in your gut that is never going to reach a satisfactory conclusion. Like Uncle Bob is a staunch, dyed-in-the-wool supporter of XYZ cause, and nothing is ever going to change his mind. It's best to just save your energy, let it be, and walk away. But most people are fairly reasonable at the core once they're able to get past that initial knee-jerk reaction. So when you want to have a productive argument or, conversation with somebody, the first thing is to ask them, just be upfront and ask them, are you willing to discuss this calmly and rationally? And if they say yes, just kind of pause and take a deep breath. And even just the pausing to ask them if they're willing to do this gives you both a few moments to step back and calm down, lower your hackles, and get into a better mindset where you can actually have a productive discussion. So if you both agree, stay calm. And remember that you do have the right to gently remind the other person that you both agreed to stay calm if they start getting heated or emotional. You can just say something like, hey, can I interrupt you for a second? I just want to remind you that we agreed to stay calm. So I feel like you're getting a little excited, a little heated. Can we just pause for a moment and dial it back a little? And if you catch yourself getting heated, just stop in mid-sentence if you have to. I've done this in conversations and discussions I'm having with people. If I feel like, I'm really getting excited and just frustrated and really trying to get my point across, and when I feel myself getting that energy, I'll just stop, say, hang on, I'm getting frustrated or emotional or whatever it is that you're feeling. Say, hang on, I'm getting frustrated. I need to just pause for a minute and calm myself down. And then just take a deep breath or two. And whenever I do this, it does let me come back to the conversation with a calmer viewpoint and a way of presenting my argument in a way that the other person is open to hearing. And sometimes you're just not going to reach a satisfactory conclusion. It's okay to end the conversation, to pause it, and come back at a later date. Say, hey, I think we're both getting a little too emotional. We're really just talking in circles. I think it might be best if we paused this conversation and came back tomorrow when we're a little fresher and a little calmer. And that way, you'll be a lot less likely to say something that you're going to regret the next day. So if somebody has said something that has hurt you or made you feel angry or afraid or sad, any of those core feelings that we don't like to look at, you can go deeper with this exercise. And this is an exercise that I learned in my work with the Peaceful Project. It is a wonderful group that works with school children and teaches them about, feelings and confidence. And I will leave a link below to the Peaceful Project if you want to check them out. It's a really great organization. Anyway, I learned this through them, and it's called the Peace Table. So the first step, again, is asking the person, are you willing to, so when we're working with kids, they'll say, will you come to the Peace Table with me? And we have a literal table that when the kids, if they both agree to discuss, I ask you, will you come to the Peace Table with me? And you say yes, then we go to the table and sit across from each other. Now, you don't have to be quite this literal if you don't want to be, but it can actually help to move to a different spot. You know, maybe you're sitting on the couch and say, hey, let's go in the kitchen and sit, and just, you know, to move yourself to a different environment that will help delineate, hey, we're doing this thing, we're having this calm, peaceful conversation. Just, you know, do what feels right for you. So once you have agreed to talk, what we do with the kids is have each of the kids say their I am statement. And what that is just things you want to be. And we usually say pick about 5. So, and it can change. So your I am statement might be something like, I am calm, confident, creative, caring, and strong. So you'll just say that to each other. And if you don't have I am statements, you can skip that part, but that just, it really helps to remind you of who you are and helps you to have the conversation from a calm, from your core being. Or you can just say that in your head. So then what you want to do is tell the person how you feel and what happened that caused you to feel that way. So you might say something like, I felt hurt when you made fun of my new haircut. After that, you tell them what you want. I would like it if you would be supportive of me and my creative expression so I don't have to feel afraid of being made fun of. And then ask them if they'll do that. Will you do that? Now, hopefully the other person will say yes. And if they do, next you want to ask them, tell me about your side of the story. And this has a couple of points. It will just get everything out in the air from both sides, and it will help you see their side and why they reacted the way they did, and just really help you to come to a greater understanding of each other. Now, if the person doesn't say yes, if you haven't yet come to a satisfactory resolution, you can continue the discussion. You can, you know, start from the beginning. You can come back later. A lot of times you will, again, need to come back later on a different date, you know, a couple days later, a week later, and just start from the beginning and try again. Or you may need to get somebody to help mediate, you know, for really big things or things that you just can't, for whatever reason, get past. You can have, you know, a trusted friend, a mentor, a counselor, you know, whoever is best going to be able to help you mediate. So that is the peace table that I learned from the Peaceful Project, and I hope that will be helpful to you. So go ahead and bookmark this video if you want. Watch it again to remind yourself about productive arguments and the peace table and how to have these conversations with people. Watch it before you go to a gathering or log in to a Zoom virtual gathering. Just remind yourself and take a few deep breaths. Remind yourself of who you are, and if you absolutely have to, it is okay to walk away or log off if it's a virtual gathering. So, how do you deal with family drama? Do you deal with family drama? I've been fairly lucky that my family is rather small and we get along fairly well, so we haven't had really crazy holiday things like this. But there are other situations where this can come very much in handy. So let me know how you deal with family drama. I don't want to say drama, but you know, I mean, it can be. Just, you know, leave a comment, share your thoughts below. And until next time, be kind to yourself and those around you, and let your light shine for all the world to see. Bye.